I'm here writing my dissertation and I basically have 1 month to finish it up. Luckily, I'm on the last chapter. Not the last chapter because I still have to write the conclusion, but yes, I'm on the last chapter. And right now it is the short story analysis, so I'm analyzing 3 short stories, 3 Portuguese short stories related to the mermaid myth. And I already have 33 pages on this chapter and I still have to write a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I still have to touch on, that I still have to comment, that I still have to analyze it. And it is already 7 the month. I don't know if I can finish this by the end of the month, especially because I have to finish everything by the end of the month, especially because I still have to do some corrections. But the thing is, I'm overwhelmed with all the things that I have to write still. And at this point, I think my surname is overwhelmed, because I'm always overwhelmed with every single thing. So basically what my plan is, I'm gonna spend this whole week trying to finish up this chapter. I think it's not doable, no it is not, but at least I'm gonna focus this whole week only on this. I spent the whole week doing this and I've been doing that. I started working on it on Monday and I'm gonna take you all along. So today is Wednesday. I will spend the whole day sitting here in my living room, so I will spend the whole day here sitting on my living room writing this, and I think I can get a lot of things done by today, and I'm gonna bring you along with me, of course. I'm just transcribing the prologue, yes, the prologue of this book here, because it is a really old book and it was quite hard for me to get my hands into this, and it has some good information about one of the short stories that I'm working with, and I think it would be good to other researchers to have the information that is provided here, so I'm copying it onto my dissertation. Yeah, so copying this. But when I finish copying this, I'll probably sit down and try to brainstorm a plan of the things that I want to write, and I do have that, but it is quite old. I did that like a long time ago. But yeah, I think I'll try to do that again, having into consideration all the things that I've learned thus far. And since I first submitted my plan? Yes, my plan. I'll redo that just to have something to guide me, just something to help me through this maze of ideas that is in my brain right now, and this maze of ideas there is this chapter, because I have 33 pages, but the ideas are not connected, to be honest with you. It is just like a place that I start dumping all my thoughts about the short stories, about the things that they have in common, about the difference that they have, and that right now it is a complete mess, and I have to put that in order. So basically what I'm doing is that I will finish copying this, and after that I will try to map. No, I'm looking for another word. It is, in Portuguese it's delinear, but I don't remember how that is in English. Let me check that real quick. Outline. I remembered. So basically I'll outline the plan for the things that I have to write. Saturday Thais here, and guess what? No, I didn't finish my dissertation or the things that I had planned for this week, but mostly because I spent the entire week feeling quite sick. I'm somewhat better, not 100%, but yeah, I'm feeling better now. But since I was sick, I couldn't finish like the thing that I planned. Besides that, I did finish reading Rebecca. And I liked it, but I'm not quite sure what is my opinion on the book, especially because there is like this huge debate in Brazil regarding Rebecca and a book published in Brazil in the 30s. Basically, it is said that Rebecca, it is a plagiarized version of a Brazilian novel. And I read the Brazilian novel. It's called A Sucessora by Carolina Nabuco. I read at the beginning of the year. I didn't like it. It was poorly written, to say the least. But yes, Rebecca does have some points of contact with that particular novel, but Rebecca was better written and it is more developed. Like the characters have more. The characters are more complex, they're more rounded. The descriptions are also better, and yeah, overall Rebecca, it is like a better version of this Brazilian novel. But I still don't think that Rebecca, it is like a great novel overall. So I think the main problem is because I was expecting it to be a thriller, I was expecting it to be a ghost story or a psychological horror type of story, and it's none of that. It is none of that. So I was kind of disappointed, but that was basically because I was expecting something from the book, and the book was nothing like I thought it would be. But that is that. And now I'm trying to finish Utopia. I started reading it almost a year ago, but then I stopped because I couldn't keep the pace. I was really busy with other stuff. I was busy with college, and I couldn't finish it, which was quite a shame because I was really enjoying the book. It is completely noted, not completely, but until the part that I read, it is noted. And I'm currently on page 141, and you may ask, why are you reading Utopia? Basically because one of my favorite movies of all time, it is Ever After Cinderella Story with Drew Barrymore. And I've watched that movie countless times, and I spent basically my entire childhood and teenagehood with a quote from this book stuck in my mind, the one that Daniela uses to convince the priest to release one of her servants. I guess this is one of the books that got stuck with me And I guess I always wanted to read this book because of Danielle and because of like her ideals and because I really admire her. And actually, it started because of that. But actually, I'm really enjoying the narrative, the utopian people. They are something else, and I quite enjoy how there is some stuff in here that could actually help us. Not all of the things in here, but there is some stuff here that could help us in our late stage capitalist society. Things that we could adopt, like instead of doing things that are good only for us as individuals, we should do things to improve the community. We should do things that are good for everybody, not just for one person. Something that I discovered this morning, while I was watching a documentary about Holbein. If you don't know Holbein, he was a painter, a German painter that worked at the Tudor court. He actually painted. There is a picture of Thomas More that was like painted by Holbein, and Thomas More was actually somewhat pretty. And I was like, I'm reading the book that guy wrote. Like, okay, it was interesting. It was like quite interesting. I didn't realize like Thomas More looked like that. I was thinking of him like a really old dude. I also discovered this morning that Thomas More is a saint in the Catholic Church. I do think that the life of an author should not influence the way we read a book, but thinking in hindsight, it is important to know about Thomas More's lives to better comprehend Utopia, especially when we realize that Thomas More was a politic figure in his time and he was really active. In that time, he was a really important figure in the Tudors court. He was actually the Lord Chancellor in England during the reign of Henry VIII. And it is important for us to know about his political career to better understand Utopia. Especially because we have a lot of political ideas and political ideologies in this, and we need to understand that Thomas More was a fierce defender of the Catholicism in England, especially during the time when Henry VIII was trying to divorce from Catherine Aragon, and he founded a new church, like the new church, like the Church of England. And Thomas More was against that, and he publicly spoke about that. So now I know why here he is always quoting and he's always referencing Catholic stuff, Catholic books and Catholic philosophy. When I finish reading this, I'll probably research more about Thomas More, and I'll probably research about the historical period in which this book was produced, because I kind of know the history of the time of what was happening in England and with all the controversy around Henry VIII. But I think I need a better understanding of that, and I'll probably do a deep dive into this. So if you want to see that, I'll probably upload like a video about Utopia. Basically for today was this. If you're new here, welcome. Please remember to be gentle with yourself this week, and hopefully I'll be here next week again. So see ya.